Welcome to another episode on our channel. This is Joel from The Last of Us, portrayed by Pedro Pascal. Pedro got his start on the Game of Thrones as a prince from Dorne, and he played the Mandalorian, and more recently, The Last of Us, which is somewhat similar to The Walking Dead. So he plays Joel on that series, and the series is based off of a game that preceded it. I'm also thinking about doing a figure of and using the image of Joel in the game for another figure, but I haven't come across a head that would work for that yet. So anyway, one thing I should share with you that you may not know is that if you have items that you no longer want and are good quality items, sometimes you can approach 1/6 scale loose distributors and say, would you take store credit, send them some photos of what you have? Would you take store credit for any of these items? And if they do, you're getting rid of things you no longer want. They're getting things that they do want. And then you can turn around and use the store credit to get things that you want. So it's win, 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 win all the way around. So basically, Joel, no new money went into Joel. So I was able to get everything except the scoped rifle on his back, which came from another figure I had, and I didn't use the weapon with her, Ada Wong, an earlier Ada Wong. I repainted the weapon. I made the sling out of leather and elastic. You'll get tighter shots of that as we kind of go around the figure. So basically, again, no new money went into this figure. I'm a happy camper. So just so you know, and I wouldn't have known myself unless I had approached some companies, and the only two I've approached so far said yes. So I imagine a lot of the 1/6 scale loose distributors will probably barter with you if you're interested in getting store credit. So anyway, just think about that. If you're a customizer, good stuff. So here is Joel from The Last of Us. We'll pause now and get him on a turn tray so you can see him from different angles. So Joel has weathered boots on. They came as weathered boots, but if you have black boots, it's not hard to weather boots. You just kind of throw a little brown on it, you know, a very, I wouldn't say extremely diluted brown, but somewhat diluted brown, and then dab off sections that you want to keep black and sections that you want to kind of look a little muddier. Very easy to do. The jeans are nice in the sense that they're not high water jeans. You know how I hate that sort of thing. So these jeans are perfect on this more modern 1/6 scale figure. It's probably a Soldier Story 1/6 scale figure or a Dragon and Dreams figure. I think it might be a Soldier Story figure. It came, or has, I put on it, I should say, it didn't come, this lighter tan shirt. I had this in my package of things lying around, so I had that already. What came from the distributor that I bartered with are the boots, the pants, the jacket, the head, and the backpack. So it really, again, I got rid of things I didn't want and I got things I did want. So the brown jacket looks really good against the lighter tan shirt. The head sculpt is excellent. You'll see that in the close-up. So we'll turn him around and you can see him a little bit better. He doesn't like to have a handgun. I didn't decide to put a handgun on him. But here is the Ada Wong rifle. It started out as green, not a very good green, but probably true to the game. And I don't know what kind of scope rifle he uses, but as long as it's close for me, I'm good. It doesn't have to be perfect. The backpack is apparently original to the Joel figure. And what I think is super cool, not only does it pretty much match everything, you know, the jacket and so forth, but what is super cool is how this top part goes on. I don't know if you can see it. You'll see it when we get closer, but there's a magnet on this end and on this end, and it just snaps together very nicely. He's got some bedding down here, which is blue. It's so nicely done. What can I say? The to make the sling, which was in heavy leather, because I had leather I wanted to use up, and it's good leather, but it's heavier, you know. It's more substantial. It's so it doesn't bend as nicely. So I had to bend it, but to make it really work on this figure, I attached elastic to the end to the rifle and at the bottom at the end to the rifle, so it fits a little more naturally than being, you know, stiff and rigid and that sort of thing. But I did bend it a few times to get it to have a more rounded lid. And he's holding the sling with his right hand. All right, so I started to go around and stop. There you go. So that's the only weapon on him is the scoped rifle. All right. So we'll pause now and get some tighter shots from it here on up. So apparently this figure comes from Toys Era. Apparently another company, I didn't catch it, but makes the game version of Joel. And it is priced in the 600 plus range. I saw it in the 800 plus range, $800, $600. And I don't want it that bad. But I did see unbranded heads of the game figure. And I may have seen a head from the set that somebody's just selling the head, you know, so I might check into that a little bit further. So good to know, right? So anyway, I am happy with this one, but I would like to do the game one too. So let's just go around and get a closer look at him. The one in that was made by Toys Era didn't have a tan shirt on him. They had a more darker pattern shirt of browns and greens and I think blues and, you know, darker pattern shirt. And I think the boots are different, but the jacket is the same. The pants, the jeans are the same. And the backpack is in the head the same. So I'm a happy camper. So let's just go around. You can get some more details looking at this figure. We kind of move it up a bit more here. So I really had to, again, heavy leather, so I had to bend it, you know, just really work the leather so it would bend. And it came together when I added the elastic here. And now you can probably see it. But if I take the this off, you can probably see the magnet at the top here and the magnet down here. And all you have to do is just make sure that they line up. I can't even see myself. There it is. Boom. Good to go. So cool. So, and his face is right on track for him. So what we'll do now is pause and get a tighter close-up of the face. You can see his facial details now, and he is a direct match for Pedro Pascal. You can see the sling as well. I really tried to capture what the sling looked like in the series. And it's the elastic that gives it the flexibility to fit as nicely as it does now. So this is a really nice head sculpt. Toys Era. I've never gotten anything from them before, but I'm very happy with this head sculpt. Before I close, I just want to say, be bold. Take pictures of things that you no longer want. Send it to 1/6 scale loose distributors and ask them, would you be willing to give store credit for any of the items I have here? And if that happens, it's a win-win situation. If you sell things on eBay, they're going to take a cut of what you sell. I think it's up to 13.5% now. And they'll even take a cut off of the shipping and handling too. So yeah, it and these days, everyone's pinching their pennies and so forth, and so you might not even get the price that you want. So yeah, things are tight. So bartering, I think, is probably the way to go, especially if you're a customizer. And chances are, if you're a customizer or a collector, there are some things you probably aren't happy with. You'd rather not have. You'd rather have something else. So consider doing something like this. It could very much be a win-win situation for everyone. So here's one last look at Joel. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.